Everybody's Mama Soul Doc, Dr. Maya Alapin. I am not a medical doctor or a mental health care practitioner. Let's talk about business for a minute, hypnosis business. So, how can we stop getting tired from doing our work as hypnotists? How do we avoid burnout? Well, the thing is, the majority of people who get into this business tend to work in spurts. Like, okay, today I'm gonna advertise. Today I'm gonna do something. Today I'm gonna, see a bunch of clients. But instead of working in spurts, it works better to work consistently. So, like, a good starting plan is 2, 3 hour commitment and then take a break and then return for another 2, 3 hours if possible. And that's that. So what occurs within the business is that, but every single day. And then as you gain capacity to manage and to do more sessions and to manage more people, that can expand. 2 turns to 3, 3 turns to 4, 4 turns to 5. When I was in the first couple years of the business, 5 turned to 12, 10. They were very long hours just because aside from seeing people and doing the whole back end, there's all kinds of things to do, to learn, to study, to create, to mechanize. So the hours get longer as you become more solid in the things you know how to achieve. So that's a way to avoid burnout. Another thing that's really important is to stop doing time wasting activities. Like the vast majority of people who are starting out or even in the early stages, even I am still in the early stages, there's lots of things that are time wasting, that are not needed, that are not smart, that are not required. They're both personal and part of the business. And so the more you can editorialize the time wasting stuff, the more you'll notice that you avoid a sense of being overwhelmed. So sometimes we think like, oh, I'm resting right now. Oh, I'm watching TV and that's really good for me. But what's really happening is the thing that needs to happen isn't happening. And that's creating stress, which is creating a long-term direction of burnout. So it's really important not to waste time and to not do time wasting things inside of the business. Like if you send out, I don't know, a bunch of Facebook messages for 90 days and nobody responds to any of them, it's not good to continue doing that. It's good to pivot and change and iterate and innovate. So, burnout is caused by repeated wasted time actions, habitual time wasting, spurt like behavior, which is not consistent and doesn't pay off in the long run, and um, not having a plan. Overall, the more you have to reinvent the wheel every day, the more tired you're going to get. So, as those time increments get um, more familiar to you, then the question becomes, what do I fill them with? How do I make that predictable? How do I make it so that each and every day I already know what's expected of me and what kind of energy I need to bring so that I don't have to think about it all the time? Because the more times you have to think about it, the more times you have to go through a thought process that is probably unnecessary and repetitive. So those are just some easy tricks to make your business run more smoothly and avoid being tired. Be consistent, work in time blocks, expand the time blocks as you develop yourself. Avoid time wasting activities, edit, always be editing your schedule so that time wasting becomes minimal, and develop a commitment and schedule that you can replicate from day to day, week to week, and month to month because then you don't have to work on it. Then you don't have to reinvent it. You do have to work on it because time is always different, but you don't have to start from scratch every morning, which is exhausting. So there's a little bit of business help for you. I'm going to have my business incubator starting in January of 2025. If you want to join us, please do. We will troubleshoot your own businesses and optimize them for better sales and better results. Thanks for listening. This is Mama Soul Doc in Montreal, Quebec.